So it sounds like you really practiced it, so that's awesome. So a couple things I noticed, the half notes, I think there were a couple of them that were being cut a little bit short. I think it was also here. So if we could play the first line again, and what I'm looking for when I say half notes, it would sound like this. So I think I was hearing, it may not have been in this exact spot, but I heard it right here too. So if we could do just this first line and make sure that we're counting to 2 counts on that B flat. Yeah. And then, yeah, keep going. Time. Sorry to interrupt you in the middle of playing. So we got all the notes and rhythms down. That's awesome. So I think what I wanted to point out next are these little dynamic markings. Did Lauren explain what those meant before she left? Yeah, like the MF, the P. Did she explain those? Yeah? So what does MF mean?
Medium forte.
Yeah, mezzo forte, medium forte, yeah. So that just means kind of your normal playing, kind of. The way I like to explain dynamics, and I don't know, it's a different way. So I explain it all in relation to each other. So
is there a PP?
Yes, and there's also FF, but I don't think this song will have any. So the way I like to explain it is all in relation. So this is about your normal playing. So whatever is a normal volume for you to play at and it feels natural without you trying to be quiet or playing too loud, that's right around MF. So mezzo piano or mezzo forte. And then if you wanted to play forte, that's when you'd play louder than you would normally play. And then fortissimo is the loudest you can play, or around there. And then soft and softest.
So softest would be.
Yeah, so soft as you could play. Yeah, and the reason I explain it like that is because everybody has their own normal of how they play. Some people's normal, they may be playing really loud. Another person's normal may be softer. So
Or some people's normal might just in the middle of everything.
yeah, exactly. So everyone's normal playing is completely different. So what I want you to think is this is all mezzo forte, so it's your normal playing. But these little upbeats should be softer, since it says P right in front of them. So it'll be like this. So can you try just those two measures? So that C is going to be your normal volume, but those are going to be soft, so it'll be like this. Yeah, one more time with that, and try to get a little bit more of a lift on those. Yeah, and leave the C down though. Yeah, so did Lauren explain staccato at all? Have you heard the word staccato?
I have, but I forgot what it meant.
That's totally fine. So just take a finger, any finger, and tap on a note. Kind of,
Oh, staccato means fast. Quick.
yeah. So kind of like, I wouldn't say quick, I'd say short. It's a short note. So like this is a long note. It's being held out long. We want a short note. So yeah, so anything with a dot above it or below it, try to play like that. So for example, this part where we do C, both of those are staccato.
So I'd go like.
Yeah, except this one's not staccato, so this one holds out. Yeah, so try to play those a little softer too, because it's the piano dynamic. But the C's still loud. Okay, one more time. So let's do the first two whole lines and keep that in mind. So these are piano.
But they're short.
Yep, and they're short, and then these are piano and they're short. The rest is just your normal playing. Keep going. Quiet. Yeah, make sure those are really quiet. E flat, yeah. So I'm just gonna take a peek in the book because I haven't worked out of this book before, worked out a different book, so I just kind of want to see. So
So your expectation is that she goes over the song that she just went over, and then look forward to next week with the song as well.
Yeah. So
How often should she practice?
It really varies person to person. Like my instrument, I practice at least 30 minutes a day.
Mm-hmm.
But also that's my major in school, so I get graded for it on the daily.
Right.
I'd say like 30 minutes 3 times a week or 2 times a week.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, or even like 10 minutes a day, that would be great. Like anytime to sit down and just spend a couple minutes playing something through is definitely good. Chunks 1 time a week and it was horrible. But now that I space it out, it makes it seem kind of short. Like, oh, only 10 minutes. Like I'll sit down, play a couple things, and then get up and do something else, and then maybe come back to it. So it makes it a little less tedious. So, okay, so let's start with just the right hand. So it starts on C. So it would be thumb on this C. It would be this one. Yeah, it's the higher C. So it's a little higher up. Yeah, so that one has a skip. It goes 3 to up to that G, and then down to C. So it's gonna be 3rd finger, 5th finger. Yeah, make sure you aren't reaching past the keys. So it's just, yeah. And then it ends on D. Yeah, so let's do that one more time. And not too fast, just as it says at the top. So this one's a little different. So it's gonna go up to that G, but instead of C, D, it's gonna go D, C. So it'll sound like this. So
then like
E, G, D, C. Yeah, so let's hear just the right hand, both of those lines. Don't forget to count the 1, 2, 3 for this one too. Can I hear it one more time, just for good luck? Cool. So let's try adding the left hand to that a bit. So. Actually, so you're right with the 1 on C, but in this case, 3 is actually going to be on B. 1, or the pinky would have been on G. So I think you're on the right track. I think it just was confusing the way they asked it. So let's get that left pinky down on this G. And it's going to start with our 3rd finger on B. So it would be this note with your 3rd finger. Yeah. And then your thumb will be here.
like this?
Yeah, it'll sound a little clashy since we're playing a B and a C, but it's supposed to.
Ooh.
Yeah. That's the way it's written. It doesn't necessarily sound pretty.
So then I do this part.
That's the same. the top one, this one changes. Remember, it goes E, G, D, C. Yes, it's a little different. Let's do it from this line. Yeah, so, yeah, it doesn't sound right. It sounds like they should have put C, but that's what they wrote, so it's just a different sound. So these are all staccatos, so they'll have that lift to it. So
It sounds better up there.
yeah, it does. It's not as abrupt, but it's written for down there. So when you get to the, try to kind of bounce off the key with your finger a little bit. Yeah. So, yeah.
Right here?
Mm-hmm. Well, your thumb will be on D. Yeah, so you're using your third finger. Oh my goodness. Sorry. I just realized something. I've never seen this song before. Both of them are written in treble clef. I just had a bad moment. Okay. I'm so sorry.
So like right
I'm
here?
very embarrassed. Yeah, so we're actually both hands in treble clef. So you're,
That's why it's sounding so weird.
yep, I just didn't see it. I wasn't even looking because most stuff's written treble bass clef. So it's actually gonna be up here with pinky. So here, put this thumb here where it was. So this thumb right here on this exact key.
I'm confused. Here?
No, this thumb on this exact key I'm pressing. No, like the exact
Come
key.
over here.
Yeah. Yeah, and then this thumb will be right here. And it's gonna sound a lot prettier now that we figured this out. Yeah, so it's gonna be our thumb on G. So it'll sound like this. Yeah.
So
Sorry about that. I've never seen this book. Mm-hmm. So remember, it's a little different the second time through. Yeah, so from the second line. Yeah, one more time on that line just to be. Awesome. Now let's keep going. So this next line is a little bit different. So it's second finger on D. So it's the same hand position. So make sure your thumb's here. And it's the same left hand. It's just a different right hand. So it's gonna go D, E, F. So then it goes E, C, E. Yeah, so let's just do those two measures. So it would be. Then it goes G, F, E, D. And that's where
C comes in?
the G for that. So it'll look. Yeah. So let's hear that whole line.
So what's
sure that's smooth.
So it's a
Yeah, so let's just do these two measures. So I'm hearing when it should be. Do you hear the difference between those two?
because
So you're playing one too many D's. So it just goes G, F, E, D. I think you're adding an extra D in there for some reason.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's just G, F, E, D. But those line up. So it's just
so
perfect. Do it one more time just so it's down.
so
So let's see if it's any different. So that's the same as that. It's the same as that. Yeah, so the rest of the song is the same as the first three lines we play. So
can you label the second line?
what?
Can you label which line which like the same line?
Oh, which
that
ones
is?
are the same? Okay, so let's see.
Like label like
So these two are the same. I'll just do that. So those are the exact same as each other, so that just repeats itself. And then these two are the same. And so are these two. Does that help?
yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so let's see how much time. Cool. So we have 2 minutes. So
How long am I in this class?
30 minutes. So
What?
yeah. So the only thing I noticed aside from that is there's a mezzo forte at the beginning. So that means play normal, and then these two lines play soft. And then these two play normal. So, how about we hear the whole thing one time before we go?
Then you go. Then
Yeah, and then softly on those two. That's the same thing.
then
And then back to normal.
then
That's good.
wait, where am I? Then the second line.
Mhm. Yeah, and then the last one you just hold out. So it's not That's the only thing that's different, that last bar. So let's play from here to the end. Yeah. So, yeah, we are out of time, but so what I usually do is I'll assign one song at the end of the lesson, but since she was working on something already with Lauren and this is the first time I'm seeing it, that's kind of why I'm still assigning both. So
Okay.
basically, yeah, at the end of next week, I'd like to be done with both of these. I try to get through like a song or half a song per lesson. Yeah,
Got it.
I'm a fast moving teacher, but yeah, I try to have the students progress fast because otherwise they can get bored with what they're working on.
Which means the more you practice,
Yeah.
the quicker you'll be able to move on, and you won't feel like you're behind.
I don't think you're behind at all. How old are you? You're 8? No, you're not behind at all. I started when I was 5, and that's about where I was, around there. So you're not behind at all.
Yeah, so keep
I
going.
started when I was 3.
Oh my gosh, that's really young.
And then I quit it, and then I
Yeah.
started when I got to California.